Hey there, hello everyone, Perma Jagan here. Hope you all doing well. And we've been solving Sliver C2. Not solving, kind of exploring it. So Sliver C2 is actually an open source C2 framework, command and control framework, widely used by ethical hackers, red teamers, and penetration testers. Sometimes used by, not sometimes, many times it's been used by threat actors as well. So it is one of the beginner-friendly C2 frameworks and also one of the popular one available in the wild. And in this video we are going to explore, we're going to fix the issues that we are up against, and also we're going to explore some of the interesting features of Sliver. Okay, previously what we did, we actually installed Sliver. We've seen how to navigate in Sliver, and we've seen how to install a beacon over an endpoint and how to get a beaconing from the endpoint. I mean, in fact, we did not get the beaconing. We got the beaconing, but the tasks I couldn't schedule. I don't know why, but I'm here to solve the problem. I'm going to explore, I'm going to Google, let's learn the things newly, and let's resolve this problem. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now you are seeing the screen, and you can see this was the beacon that I had installed previously, and now with this particular command I removed it, I pruned it actually. If there is a stale, if there is a beacon in an idle state, then probably you can go and remove this with this particular beacons prune command. And there is also a command called beacons rm to remove a particular beacon. So you need to refer its ID. So it's enough just to refer first three letters of the beacon ID to just call a particular beacon or a session. Okay, so that's how the Sliver works. And now if I go and see beacons, I have no beacons at all and no sessions as well. What we can do now, so what I'm planning to do here, first of all, let me verify my antivirus. So I guess yes, it's turned off. It's turned off because we already turned it off by using our group policy editor. And now I guess it's okay, it's fine, it looks totally fine. So we can go and start creating another payload on our own. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's see. I also want to refer few blocks now before I get into this payload generation, because we are actually facing an issue. So let's see how we are going to resolve this. When I was looking for a solution, I came across a couple of blocks. So let's refer them. Hope you can see it properly now. Sliver C2, implants, sessions, and beacons. After configuring Sliver server in my previous post, I have set up a Windows 10 VM, a dummy target. And in my case, it's Windows 11. Turn off antivirus. Yes, we did this step. We turned it off. Implants. So these are all the malicious payload that we generate, and it can operate in two modes. I already told this before. It can either operate in session mode or in a beacon mode. If you want to generate a session beacon, then this is the command. This is what you should use. Generate mtls, simply generate. What if I simply give generate? Generate, not a beacon, simply give generate. Yes. So if I simply give generate, it is actually asking me to generate a session implant. So that's what I'm going to do right now, because whenever I'm scheduling some task, my beacon is not responding. In fact, it was not even showing the status of the beacon. So I want to confirm there is no connectivity issue between my target Windows VM and my C2 server. Now for that, I'm using this generate command to build an implant, and I'm going to pass it to my victim machine and start from that machine. So I'll be getting a session to my C2 VM. So it will be confirming I don't have any issue between my C2 and the victim machine. So that's the plan. So let's go and do that. Generate. Before that, I want to make sure I have no payloads at all. So let's get rid of it. Okay. Going again to this window, generate, and it's asking for the operating system. My target is going to be Windows AMD 64. It's executable, and implant name, I have no preference because I'm okay with the name Sliver sets to it. MTLS, that's a transport, I think multi-TLS. Okay, I want to mention one more thing here. So I'm mentioning MTLS. MTLS means that kind of a transport layer security, multi-transport layer security. What does that mean? An encrypted communication between two parties. So in website, when it is HTTPS, so which is nothing but HTTP over TLS. TLS means the certificate based encryption exchange, and it's going to verify both entities mutually and make sure the intermediate traffic is encrypted. So that's the concept of TLS. Here, MTLS, we did not configure any certificate before on Sliver. Then how it encrypts the traffic? So actually, the Sliver comes up with the built-in, the binary itself comes with a built-in certificate kind of capability. That's what I read from this blog, I guess. Let's see. Certificate. Yes. MTLS refers to mutual TLS protocol where C2 server and implant authenticate each other before exchanging data. Under the hood, Sliver has already taken care of required certificate by both parties. It was embedded into the implant at compile time. So what does that mean? During the compilation, the certificate properties, this implant authentication was already done during the compile time. So that's what it means. Okay. And I'm moving on, creating the payload, and here the C2 connection string 192.168. Let me confirm this IP address one more time. IP address of my interface is 0.159. 0.159, and port I'm going to be using 9001. I also want to make sure the outbound connection to the port 9001 is open. So that's why I'm just giving it. I could have given the ports like 80 or 443, a common web ports, or 53 for the sake of this demonstration. But I'm giving 9001 a non-standard port just to verify there is no firewall blockage on my Windows VM. So let's confirm this. So it's generating the new implant, and it's going to take some time, obviously. Okay, I guess it is okay now. Hold on a sec. All right, now you can see the implant has been generated and its name is Fixed Laptop. Cool name. I really love that. Okay. Hope everything is fine. If you face any issues while I'm streaming, issues in my audio, feel free to let me know. Yeah. Okay. Now I have the implant ready. I go to this path, and here I'm starting my Python web server. So a simplistic way to start the Python web server, and from here I go and call it http://192.168.0.159, and the port is 8000. Name is Fixed Laptop.exe, and I'm just putting it in the same name, Fixed Laptop.exe. Okay, but before that I need to do one more thing here. The privilege of this file, it's actually owned by root because I'm running Sliver as sudo with sudo. So it's obviously need a privilege. So I'm just going to change this to change its owner to myself. Permark J. Now I'm giving the binary name not permitted because of sudo. Now it's fine. It's serving the payload, and I'm going to the Windows VM. Now, if I execute this, it's gonna work. Yes. Now it pulled the binary. I go to the C drive, users. Here I'm just I'm gonna put it on my desktop. Desktop, yes. All right. Now it is there on my desktop. Let me go get into this. I'm seeing no sessions right now, but once I executed, hopefully I'll be able to see the session. Fingers crossed. Let's see. My beacon didn't work for some reason, but at least I hope I'm gonna get some session. Okay, now it executes and I could see the threads found. Still it alerts, but I don't think it takes any uh, action. Yes. So this is just alerting, but protection history. Did I guess it ignored. Is it still detecting it? Yeah, thread quarantined. I don't want it to quarantine my thing, right? Uh, Come on. Yes, lost the session. So it says it established the session and it immediately lost the session. That means there is no connectivity problem. However, the Windows Defender is something, it's doing something on this, right? Uh, how I can do this? Come on. What causes it? Manage settings. It's turned off, but still I could see uh, it's being isolated. How? Okay, let's see. Quite interesting thing to learn. I'm going to my Parrot VM, get into my browser. So let's browse it. I disabled Windows Defender completely with group policies. Still, my binary is getting flagged and quarantined. Why? So this is the question. I'm going to keep it in my clipboard. If want, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to. Yes. Windows Defender may still quarantine your binary despite being disabled via group policy due to several reasons. Tamper protection is enabled. No, it is disabled. Even if you are disabled Defender via group policy, tamper protection bit security can prevent the changes on enable the refund. Okay. Settings, privacy, Windows protection, tamper protection off. It turned off, right? I guess it's turned off. Tamper protection. Manage settings. Tamper protection is turned off. And third-party antivirus software. No. Malware system level malicious software can manipulate system settings to keep Defender active. No, I don't think it's possible. But even after disabling group policy settings, the residual registry key like disable anticipate matrix still important and divided this set value to. Okay, I'm gonna read this value on my registry. Let's see. Registry editor. Yes. View address bar. Where is the address bar? Yes, here it is. H key local machine. Yes, this is what I want. And I'm gonna get rid of this part. Now I'm currently in the path. Come on. Software policies, Microsoft, Windows Defender. Disable anti-spyware. Disable real-time protection. Real-time monitoring is set to 1. So it's disabled. I don't think there is an entry. Disable anti-spyware. Windows gpedit.msc. I did it in the system-wide changes. Windows components. Where it is. Defender antivirus. Turn off Microsoft Defender antivirus. Quarantine. Microsoft real-time protection, it's still enabled, but if you see the turn off Microsoft Defender antivirus, actually it was not on now. After reboot, it got changed. So this could be the reason behind this. Let's see. I'm enabling this, applying. I'm gonna go and reboot this again. Let's see. Restart. So there must be a strong reason. It could be a Windows Defender behind this session drop. I got the session, but it lost. So we already reached the 60-minute mark. We are trying to troubleshoot this session and beacon issues in Sliver. So let's wait. Okay, I'm going to this group policy editor, verify this one more time. Windows components, Microsoft Defender antivirus. It keep turning on. I don't know how to permanently set it to disable. Real-time protection is enabled, and let's wait. Remediation reporting. Oh, I think this one, Spark. Maybe I can manually exclude the payload from quarantining it. It says threat found, and it also removed, right? Quarantined. Switching off the Windows Defender is one of the toughest things. I guess you must also disable your Windows updates, I guess, to stop your Windows Defender from re-enabling it. So that is also another important thing to note down. I guess that's also an important thing. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take it as a note. How to disable the Windows Defender. Or Defender. No, we don't have this with me. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'm gonna disable this Defender completely. So before that, let's see how to get the beacon again. So for the sake of this time, I'm just gonna, antivirus is not provided, but I'm gonna drop this again. Drop the payload again. Hopefully the Defender is not triggered. Yes. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what. I think you are. Is it Spanish? No idea. What are you trying to say, buddy? Translate. Google. I want to hack a messenger account. Not possible. Possible, of course, but I cannot help. Anything can be hackable. No, nothing's safety. Nothing is safe. Well, if you are trying to disable the Defender, easy to win is to turn off the real-time monitoring with set MP preference. This is not persistent though. By the way, you can also use my recent Topaz Terminator. Okay. For persistent of you have to do some registry modifications. I did that, bro. I did that last time. Let me show you the commands that I used. I go to my, okay, let me grab my commands I used. I have it actually. Let me show you. I did that last time. I did that yesterday, but I don't know what caused it to enable again. Let's see. I'm gonna show you those commands I used. No secrets. Let me show that. Enrollment, template, lab guide. Yeah, this one. Can you guys see my screen? So now, if you see, I used these commands. I used set MP preference PowerShell commandlet to disable this. I used these commands. Then it turned off yesterday, but again it is turning on. But I guess I also did it in the group policy. But still, I could see it enabled. I guess there is an option to disable this completely. Maybe I think I should disable the Windows update. How does that sound? Disabling the Windows update to stop the Defender to act again. Left corner settings, search for UAC, change user account settings, never notify. I guess there is an option right here. Not a task manager. So what you did is changing its configuration, not full persistent termination. Yeah, for the persistent termination, what should I do? Is it advised to disable the Windows, the metered connection they say, right? Is it advised to do that, or using any custom tools to disable that? What's your advice, bro? There is a metered connection, right? I will read the command starts with reg. That is one responsible for registry modifications. Yeah, this one, right? I did try that. It turned off. I've seen uh, I've seen the registry as well, in registry editor as well, and I confirmed it. The value is still same. Look at this. I modified it yesterday, disabling the real-time monitoring. It's set to 1. If I go here to Windows security, it shows the AV is turned off. Yeah. Disabling anti-spyware. But this one, I don't have this key. Do I need to add this key myself? Hi, bro. Hi, Pankaj. Welcome to the stream. We are trying to disable the Defender to get the Sliver beacon. Manage settings. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me grab this again. It is here. I execute this. Going to check one more time. It's gonna fail, I guess. Yes, threats found. It's spotted. I do this for this time being because I'm already recording this video, so I want to allow this myself. Yeah, exclusion paths also I can add, but I'm not adding that. I'm planning to do a separate video to say how to disable the Defender permanently. So that's what I'm planning. So I'm turning it off to test the Sliver beacons as a beginner. maybe I have two snapshots. One is with Windows Defender disabled and another one with Defender enabled. So I can use both the snapshots for different purposes whenever I need it, right? So I just want to have a snapshot with Defender disabled. That's the reason. Okay, I restore this simply for now. Protection history, allowed threads. Okay. If I run this, what happens? Sessions, no sessions till now. If I execute this, come on, allow one device. Yeah, yes. Now, if I see allowed threads, it should show this, right? Protection history, now, actions. Okay, allowed it, but it still removes. It still removes it. Oh, it's turned off, but it still removes my payload. I guess I should find a way to turn it off completely. Okay, I need to stop this recording. I'm going to stream. I'm going to continue the stream, but stopping this recording. I guess I already crossed. I already reached around the 30-minute mark. So this will be enough for one part. So a lot of struggles. But anyway, I'm going to post anyway. Okay. All right. We actually tried fixing this beacon problem. I created a session implant, tried putting it on my Windows VM, but somehow it was still uh, removing it. The defender was still acting, though it was in disabled state. So I want to learn why it happens, but this all the advanced things. Maybe in our defender bypass, we will see them. But for now, I'm just looking for a way to disable the defender. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this in the next part. I'll catch you again. Do this YouTube algorithm, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much.